Okay, I have a chainsaw that needs to be sharpened, so the way I do mine, I've got a little, basically a Dremel tool, sold, I think, Oregon or somebody sells, yeah, it's Oregon, which makes chains and everything else. You get the little bits with it. I think it's easier, a little quicker. You can do it by hand. This chain is definitely dull, but for me, I'd just soon do it this way. I mark one tooth with a little marker so I know where I start, and that way I don't miss any teeth. And you should be able to know what chain size you have, and you get a stone that fits your chain. You want to make sure you're not grinding way down into the bottom of it, or so big that you're taking the top off and not hitting into the center of this. And you'll want to sharpen it. And you want to do it as evenly as you can too. Each tooth you want to kind of grind it about the same amount, or otherwise you'll start cutting crooked, that kind of thing. And also we want to come back after we grind that just a little bit. It don't hurt to really come in and touch this little top right here, because that thing, the tip of those, that really determines how deep your cut is. A lot of times people will sharpen them up and they don't ever touch these, and it gets to the point where even with a sharp chain you're going to end up with nothing but sawdust. You want a little bit of chip. So as you cut, if you get in the sawdust even with a sharp chain, come back in and just touch that a little bit. You don't want to go too deep, because if you go too much, then it actually causes a problem and overloads your saw because it's trying to take too much off. So a little bit each time is not going to hurt. They do sell files that will sit on here and file that down to give you that proper distance. But like I say, best test I think is when I do it, I sharpen them up. I go out there and cut a little piece of wood, see if it's getting the right cut. If it's not, then I'll take a little bit more off of that. So that's all we do. We marked it up. We make sure our depth adjustment is set. We figure out our angle. This particular one's about a 35-degree angle. And it's marked on the tool. So nothing to that. We start it up. Touch that, you go to the next one. Touch that up. And I do all the one direction, and then when I get done with that direction, I just simply turn the saw around and come back at it on the other one and get the other half of the teeth. So that's it. Just run around the saw as you go. That should be nice and sharp compared to the other ones once you hit it. Very dull. That one there's sharp. That one's sharp. So you can pretty well tell on this one, it definitely was needing a little sharpening. You can look down into the groove of this and make sure that you are cutting it at the right depth and that your stone is the right size. But like I say, your chain should come with instructions on it. If you ever buy a new saw or chain, you'll be able to tell what size actual file or grinder that you want. Either one of them will work, but like I say, I prefer this, so I'll go ahead and sharpen this one on up. Okay, it only took me a couple minutes. It's all sharpened up. Feels good. It's ready to go. Like I say, I like this little thing. It's kind of easy on me because it's 12 volt. It'll hook up to any old battery you want it to. Car battery, a power pack. I actually use a little plug-in 12 volt supply going to a little cigarette lighter adapter. So this can go right in your cigarette lighter. Take it with you out in the woods or whatever. Hook it up and file them down real quick. You don't have to take your chain off to take it downtown to get it sharpened. Saves you a couple dollars there. You pay for one of these in just a little bit of time, and it's real user-friendly, really, for a regular homeowner. So I recommend it. We sell a lot of these at a little hardware store around here that I work in part-time. So recommend them. But like I say, you can pick them on up. Saves you some time, a little bit. And we'll go on to the rest of the repairs for these.